from Southern Maryland's weather leader. This is a JB Weather Report.
Hey, and good evening, everyone. I'm Forecaster John Bordash with you still here in the Weather Center this evening, sitting just after 11 o'clock, so a bit of a late night update, but I did want to give you all just a quick heads up. We have a couple of developing thunderstorms currently moving through parts of the northern neck, right now moving into parts of Lancaster County, down in parts of Virginia, and beginning to move into parts of Westmoreland County. These are some pretty strong storms producing lots of lightning. These two storms alone are producing close to 200 bolts of lightning just within the last 20 minutes. We're talking about some gusty winds with these storms and heavy rain with these, and these are pushing off to the north and east here, and they will continue to do so over the next hour or so. Let me go ahead and give you a quick time reference here when we could expect these storms to really begin to potentially impact parts of our core coverage area here over the next little bit. So let me actually come out here. I'm going to zoom in. And we have these storms currently moving northeast at about 25 miles an hour. So here over the next, I'm going to make sure. So here over the next hour, these would be estimated impact times here for you. So right now moving right into parts of Lancaster County on the northern neck, and I think that's the big point here, if these can hold together, these will begin to move on over towards the Louisetta area by about 11:40, potentially start to near the Potomac River here in about the next half hour or so, and then potentially try to move into parts of southern St. Mary's County. So if you're over towards, let's call it Great Mills, Ridge, Lexington Park, St. George Island, Callaway, St. Indicos, these areas, I would be just alert that you could have some pretty loud thunderstorms trying to push in here over the next 45 minutes or so. And again, it's going to be really dependent on if these storms can actually hold together. We have no active severe weather warnings in effect with these storms. They do currently sit just below severe weather criteria, but we will be monitoring these as they continue to move to the north and east. They've really kind of popped up here and are really trying to develop. These areas down across the northern neck saw some decent storms earlier today, but we have enough leftover thunderstorm energy to help support these storms as we continue to see a little bit of a bay and river breeze come on shore that's helping to bubble some of these up. I do see a quick question. If you see me turning away, that's why. I'm just looking at some of your questions that are coming in. Gretchen saying that she can hear the rumbling on over in Callaway there in southern parts of St. Mary's County. Let's see, does it look like St. Mary's, Hollywood would be getting any rain? This might stay a little bit to the south of Hollywood, but we'll really have to wait and see kind of how these hold together. I think you all know the nature of these summertime thunderstorms, especially the ones that form at night. They're able to pulse up quickly, but then they can fall apart just as quickly, really kind of at a moment's notice. So we're just kind of watching this potential. If these can hold together, and that's a big if, I think it should stay south of Route 4, south of St. Andrew's Church Road there in parts of St. Mary's County. But I would definitely at least be alert for that. And yeah, I can see hearing a little bit of thunder on over towards Leonardtown. And of course, totally. So just stay weather aware as we head throughout the evening. I think this is pretty much going to be the only thing we're really tracking across the region. If we can zoom out here, there is not much else going on. We do have one lone area of heavier rain on up here toward, ooh, that took us way into Anne Arundel County, up here in parts of Montgomery, northern PG, on up towards the Laurel area. I'm not too worried about that. I think really what we're going to watch is this area of storminess that's trying to move into the northern neck and potentially try to cross the Potomac River here in about the next half hour or so. So stay weather aware. I'll be here now for a little bit longer. I was getting some schoolwork done and I looked over at the radar and was like, oh wow. That's a decent thunderstorm. So I'll be here for a couple more, not a couple more hours, probably the next hour or so, continuing to look over things. And if we get any new warnings or if this storm continues to stay strong and actually does push into parts of our region, we'll be back here live to continue to track that. And I would expect that potentially in about a half hour to 45 minutes. So stay weather aware. I will continue to keep you updated on the latest information. And I would expect more information and more forecasts up tomorrow morning rather than tonight, but I'll be here just in case. In the meantime, I'm Forecaster John Bordash. Thank you so much for joining me right now, and we'll continue to keep you one step ahead of any storm that develops.
Check the forecast anytime online at jbweather.net.